Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush, and today we are going to be playing with a deck that has been requested quite a few times now, and it is a spam deck, and because I've already done spam decks with Spectres in the past, this one is not going to have a Spectre. Instead, we're going to use a Skull King here and Protection, along with Blizzard, so this should be a pretty fun deck here. Of course, we have two mana rituals, so that we can get out as many cards as quickly as possible. I could have opted for an extra crystal too, but because we're going to use these skeletons, I don't really need to. It seems to work out just fine. So let's go through the chests that we have here and just see if there's anything good in the chest. And probably nothing. Okay, there's an epic out of a silver chest, and it's a Skull King. That's kind of cool. Card we're playing with. We'll do the free chest right here. Another epic out of a free chest. Standard Bearer. And then, boom. Silver chest. Arrows Dread. And the victory chest. Golem Rage. So, let's jump right in. Let's with, like, sheer numbers and protection. Protection's kind of like the key card. There had to be one sort of, card that was going to make a real difference. And I chose to have it be protection. See, here's one cool thing. I spread out how I place these troops so that they don't all get caught in the arrows. It makes my opponent have to think about, you know, how they're going to play their arrows since I'm spreading my stuff out. It's just kind of interesting. Because if they play them all on the first wave, then, you know, it's gonna be how it is, but otherwise... Shoot, I misplayed that. Alright, we're gonna play the protection up top. Because I don't really have the best combo situation here. I need to get protection down. Come on, come on, come on, yes. That was really, really good. And it's so flipping close. Please do not have nature heal. Okay. We somehow kind of actually saved that. And we have troops with protection going up there. And I'm just going to wait to see if I can get a Skull King maybe or something. Not the worst draw right there. Not the worst draw by any means. We'll just keep playing some Archer's Tribe. Because I can. And we'll place this other Archer's Tribe back here to make sure they can't just instantly arrows all of those. It makes them have to either wait and take damage for all of them to get up there, or, you know, or they have to just go ahead and use the arrows on part of them and then leave the other wave unguarded. So that's kind of the smart thing about sort of like staggering how you place your troops in a spam deck like this, is that you prevent your opponent from being able to take them all out with one set of arrows unless they're going to wait and take some damage while they wait. Seeing if I can reduce those numbers a little bit here. I could use you know, like arrows or something. I'm just gonna have to play what I've got. Alright, so never mind, I had to do that. Sorry. I know it was an inefficient use of the mana ritual, but I had to do what I had to do there. I'm going to freeze that lane. Really trying to get the heat on them. Waiting for the Skull King. I need to play that more as a finisher card. So we're going to do that. And then stagger that out. That guy in there, get the protection in the top lane. And I'm just going to wait with that, because I think they're done, and they are. So that was a better use of that deck, I think. I need to make sure I get the Skull King out. And again, I'm going to do that once again here, so that they can't easily decide what they're going to do. And, you know, I'm still doing damage there. If they play anything in that lane, I will, yeah, freeze it. And then, of course, we can get our Skull King going. That's not the most efficient move, but it does manage to take out that mage. And then, of course, we can get this guy out here. Get our protection down. And this is looking like we're going to get this win because this is a fantastic setup, and they left the match. They left the match. They got scared and left. Haha. Alright, back to spam some more. I wonder if this is an annoying deck to play against. Like, you'd have to think it kind of is. It would be much more annoying if I had a Spectre, because that would certainly make it better. But I think this is kind of an interesting spam deck that doesn't have a Spectre. I mean, a lot of them would or do, but to have one that isn't having doesn't revolve around a Spectre is kind of interesting. This one's more like a protection spam. I was so unlucky. That was really unlucky. Like, he or she timed that so well. I mean, I barely even played down my second one. Luckily, I just have so many spam cards in this deck that it works out. And again here, I'm going to play this one farther back, so they have to think about what they're going to do. Yeah, and they played the arrows on the first one, so I managed to keep the second one. I'll play this way back here. Gives me some time to think about what I want to do, and now we'll place the protection in the middle lane to try and really rack up the heat on these guys. And I'm trying to think what I want to do with this. I may try to just push. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and push here. And I'll try to get protection down in both lanes. Let the Executioner go and just focus on trying to take them out. So that's what we're going to do here. Just focus up on this and ignore the bottom lane. And unfortunately, they brought a lot more stuff. So that's the problem with this type of thing, but I think we're still in the driver's seat. I can double arrow them. That takes care of those guys. And then we can go around here, get the triplets moving, and it looks like we've got them now. I think we've got them. Got the protection down, still in great shape, and that should do it. Yes. Yes, that was a hard-fought victory, but again, you could see how I was able to overwhelm the opponent with the combo of a big stack of spam plus protection. Protection really adds a lot of defense to cards that are otherwise, like, really, really defenseless and weak. And it really just enables them to be, like, it enables them to really, really take advantage of decks that don't have a good balance of clearing cards. Like decks that are trying to get by with like 1 arrows or like 1 inferno, you know, rather than running 2, are going to have a hard time against this type of deck because they just won't be able to clear against the protections. They won't have enough cards to really clear it properly. So here again, we can start this out with our own protection move there. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and freeze him. Freeze the Dryad up. And that's an easy takedown. Just to try and get an early board control situation. And now we can play the Archer's Tribe there, and they did use Inferno, but we're still in good shape. They could use arrows right here, and it would be a good move by them, but again, this deck is designed a little bit to take advantage of people who don't have enough clearing cards in their deck. So what we're going to do, I guess, yeah, we did not get protection, so I'm going to go ahead and use the triplets instead. But looks like they're already done there. Again, they couldn't clear. They couldn't clear. They had like an Inferno or something, and that was it. That was all they had to clear with there. And sometimes you will run up against opponents who have like 2 or, 2 arrows and Inferno, and they'll do better against you, but the main thing with this deck is that it takes advantage of people who don't have the right number of clearing cards, or who are trying to get by without balance. So that's what you want to do sometimes with decks, is try to exploit certain weaknesses in other types of decks. I think that can be a good strategy. So I did not get protection there. That's kind of bad. I was looking for protection. This is just to kind of feel this whole thing out here. And so there's the protection. And we'll play that protection down there. And Mage and Executioner are big threats to this particular deck. They definitely cause big-time problems. And I'm going to try to put triplets on out here. I'm not so sure it's going to take out that mage, but it did some damage. It did take out the mage. It took out the mage. Alright, so again, we'll try to get that going and investigating this situation. Let's see. I just went ahead and put that down. Might have been able to get the Skull King out, but I didn't want to take too many chances. I should be able to get some extra hits on that Executioner, and I did. So here's the Skull King now. Theoretically, my finisher card out there. I have to freeze the top lane to try and get maximum effect here. And they're still bringing it, guys. They're still bringing the heat here. I'm going to go for triplets just because I already have a lot of skeletons out there and I don't want them to get arrowed and not have any backup. But in the end, we were able to overwhelm them pretty good. And at first I was losing a lot with this deck, but it seems to have turned around as I've gotten more comfortable with how to use it. Alright, so not the greatest, not the worst. I'm just going to go ahead and, oh man, didn't take out the middle lane. Kind of let that one go, to be honest. I'm going to play these skeletons here and just try to, just try to make some moves here, getting this stuff out, get the protection down in that lane, and that'll do some work on that mage probably. Took out the mage. So, come on. Hit that guy. I really need a Skull King right here. That would save this match a little bit for me. There's the Skull King. A little bit better than I thought it would be. So now what needs to be done is I need to try and get that protection out on the top lane. And then, oh, wow. Come on, yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. What? Dude, oh my gosh. No, no, no. Wow. Wow. No way that happened. No way that just ended like that. I can't believe that happened. I cannot believe that even happened. That was like so crazy. I cannot believe that. Man, I was so close to being able to pull that back off. I was really close. Ah, man. So I'm definitely going to be trying to diversify some of the content we do here coming up. I know I'd really said I was going to try and diversify from Castle Crush for a long time now, but it just takes a lot of preparation work mostly. That's the biggest factor in it all. That was a poorly timed arrow. So I thought I was doing something, and then it was like I wasn't doing something. So, we'll just try and apply whatever we can get, and get that frozen. Come on, I really need some help right here. Skull King or just something. Yeah, get that protection down. Get that down. I really need that, guys. It's like, yo. And if I'm going to get this, I'm going to also need a protection on there. It's like, come on. I really am going to need the Skull King. That's the saving card right here for me. Try to go double Skull King as soon as possible. Actually, I should probably be patient with the double Skull King here because, well, I don't know. I mean, they could take it out pretty easily, but we'll just try and see. Actually, no, never mind. Okay, no, don't need to be patient anymore. Definitely need to just get this card out there. Protection there. Come on, take him out, take him out, take him out. Yes, that may have done it. That may have done it, guys. Now we go full spam mode. Full spam! Alright. There it is. They can't stop me now. And that is going to do it. That was the spam deck right there. You guys saw it in person. And that is going to do it for this video. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments about this video and what other types of content I should create. Maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel. And thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.